Doorknobs and one smart lock. I've previously, on a different occasion, installed a smart lock on my exterior door. Getting ready to put it on my garage entry. I've measured up 34 inches off the ground and marked close enough. I have my DeWalt doorknob jig, sturdy, hard plastic, should last for the two knobs I'm going to do, and it's easily tightened. It's got templates for both the doorknob and the latch here. All right, well, I'm going to start to do it. Another thing I want to mention is the saw, the hole saw that I'm going to use. It comes with the kit and arbor. Well, I'm going to take and I'm going to put some never seize on those threads, because what I hear is when you screw this in, you start using it to put your hole in the door, that it really tightens up, and it's difficult to get it off of that, get the mandrel off of the hole saw to put it onto the 1-inch hole saw that's going to do the latch. So I'm going to put some of this never seize on it, and hopefully that helps. It's anti-seize, but we're going to use it on my brakes. So, but I got a whole lot, so I'm going to do that first. So hopefully that'll help in my process. So I've got my hole saw installed. You can see where that never seize is on there. You see it on the threads in there. Hopefully that helps. So you take and you insert your saw into the template jig and try to keep it level and start doing it like so. So I'll come back. I'm not going to sit and show you the whole process. It's hard to do it one-handed. So I've got to that point, got my hole through the lead pilot hole, and starting to try to cut the metal. See, this is a metal sheathing on this. It's wood inside, as you can see, but there's metal on the outside. Not sure why, but it's the way they made it. So I'm going to continue. It's much harder once I get to the metal. It's wanting to jerk around and grab. So I've got through the metal part. You see it came off. And all that's left is wood on this side. I'm going to obviously take that out of there so it doesn't get in the way, and then resume. So from watching videos, what I've been told is you need to go about halfway through, at least until you get the hole through the other side. And as you can see, it's through there. And then come around and start from the other side. And now the reason being is that, at least on wood, it'll splinter and chip, and it'll look bad, even though you'll probably cover it up with the doorknob. But because of the fact that this doesn't go good going all the way through, and I don't, as you can see, have no extension enough to probably make it all the way through before it hits the chuck. So I'm gonna flip over. So after rethinking it and realizing that you have to totally remove the jig and then put it back over, I don't want to risk the alignment issue, but as you can see, I got the Echo decided that I wanted some music. Just a second. Okay, we're back. I'm going to remove that wood and then go ahead and do that last bit of metal that's there, and this part of the job will be done. there it is. The wood's removed. There it is on the wood, or on the ground. And I'm going to blow this out and insert it back in, and then continue, and hopefully, I think I got enough room. We're gonna and I think we got it through. Yes, there it is. Okay. Now, as you can see, these plastics, this didn't, the teeth on the hole saw was a little bit wider than our jig, so when you put it through it, you know, it scarred it up. There's no way you could use this and take it back, even though I wasn't going to try to do that, but there it is. It's done, and we're going to pull it out, and there's our through hole. So now we're going to put through the latch hole, and we'll resume this. So taking the mandrel arbor off proved to be a little bit difficult, but once I found the right tools, which was a crescent wrench, put around the hex that goes into the drill, and going in the right direction, putting my wrench into that hole and holding it, obviously having the right tools, it came loose really easy. So I'm not sure if it was the Never Sees or not, but I'm going to go with it. As you can see, see the Never Sees on the threads there, and there it is on there. I'm going to have to use this on the other door, but it worked, and now I'm going to put it in the other hole saw. So now we're going to do the latch hole. This should be much easier because it's all wood. I'll come back once I'm done. It's a good idea when you're doing this, working with wood or metal, to back your hole saw or whatever instrument you're using off to clear out the shavings, because shavings will bind and also make it oblong your hole and everything. So it's a good practice. As you can see, the drill itself has came through the door. Now the way this jig is worked, that should be exactly center. So once it's through there, it should be no problem assembling my doorknob. Okay, I'll resume once I'm done. There you go, it's through. Now we're going to take that off. We're going to clean them little bit of shavings or wood chips that are there out, and then install our knob. And obviously we got to get that wood out of there. That's one reason they put the holes in there, to help get it out. So we'll resume. So there it is without the jig. So I'm going to put my smart lock up here where the other door used to be, doorknob. And I'm going to put my doorknob that I just purchased that goes with it down here. Obviously I got to do the mortise like this down here. So I'll put my door latch in here, and I'll trace around it. Then I'll use a wood chisel to make it look like that. And there it is. You'll see down there that it's kind of flat. I guess it's just the way that that this door is made. It's kind of hollow or chipped off a piece or something. All right, I'll resume. So after looking closer, you can see that there is insulation that's in the rest of the door. This door is hollow and then insulated, but it's got wood in the areas where you might put a doorknob, obviously. Barely made it to have enough wood in this area. Fortunately, this is not going to be the deadbolt. It's just the latch entry door. So, you know, missing a little bit, a tiny bit of wood there ain't gonna hurt anything. You got the metal too, so if they get in here to try to kick this in, then that means they got through the garage door too. So they're determined, and my neighbors are, you know, they're definitely not paying attention if they get in here and get stuff and get out of here. So, but it's going to be much safer than it was. Didn't even have a deadbolt on either door. That's how safe this neighborhood is. So there's the door latch. Here's the door latch put together. I had to slide the snap-on part over this side and then snap it in via those pins there to the I don't know what you call it, but this is going to go into the door lock. So I'm going to put the handles in and then slide this in and then trace around so that I can find where to mortise this and chisel it out. So there it is installed, except for marking the mortise. So that's what I'm going to do now. So now I've got my mortise area marked. As you can see, there's not going to be a lot of wood left on the sides here. So you got to be a little careful. I guess it ain't terrible if you do knock them out, because, you know, because there's wood behind it. You know, there ain't that much there to mess up, but the key is to get it in at least deep enough for that the facing there covered to set flush. All right, well, I'm going to start mortising it with my wood chisels. Well, there's the start of it. It split up the side a little bit. I'm not sure how you keep it from doing that with such small pieces of wood left, but I'm going to clean this up now. So what I did is I stuck my wood chisel in the other one that was already there, and I tried to put some markers to give myself an idea of how deep to go into the wood when I'm setting and making my strips. I'm going to make several strips and then chisel them out to that depth. Okay, I've put my cross strips in. Now I'm going to take and chisel those out, and I should be pretty close. Well, there it is. Ain't perfect, but as you can see, it looks pretty flush. And there it is. Left a little bit of wood there. Lucky that didn't chip, but that's cool. All right, well, I'll show you the finished installation in just a little bit. Bam, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Locked. Locked. Unlocked. Unlocked. Now the key goes in, bam, locks it, bam, locked, locked. You unlock it from inside, and it's unlocked. But obviously you can lock it, bam. So, done, a functioning working new doorknob. Okay, now to put the smart lock. So now I'm putting in the smart lock. As you can see, here's the bracket. There's the outside. There's the knob or the cord to hook to the control part of it. I will screw those in and then level, make sure that's level, and then tighten it, and then hook up the base unit. So now I've got the bracket tightened down, and as you can see, it's level there, and the side here should be level, and it appears to be. So now I didn't on the other door put in screws here, but I need to, and I'm going to put a couple in now, and that way it doesn't move around. Obviously that's what they're there for. I got the outside of the smart lock on, bracketed up, ready to install, and I realized that this smart lock they sent me, not only when they sent it to me did it not have a key, they refunded me for this lock, and I just went ahead and rekeyed it. But I realize now that it doesn't actually have the deadbolt with it either. This was a used lock, so you know it's hard to be too critical of it. But now I'm going to have to go find the deadbolt part of it. Obviously, it ain't going to be near as expensive as the whole lock, but still, it's an inconvenience. But I can put it on and leave it like it is. It just won't function. I still got this door to use the lock for the garage. It's basically all I had before, so I'm not really hurting, but it's just an inconvenience. And I went ahead and put this in. But, you know, I got to finish, which I didn't do on that one yet either, is putting the hole in where the deadbolt goes. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of paint on there so I can get centered and drill my hole, and then mortise out where my plate goes. And I will be done for the front and done for the day. Well, there's my new smart lock for my garage door entry base. Looks great, huh? I also put the new doorknob, replace that brass one. Works great, except for the fact that it doesn't have a deadbolt. But you'd never know until you tried to break in. And here's my front door with my new doorknob. And there's a deadbolt that I had in there. That one's definitely got a deadbolt, you see. Well, done. Now all I gotta do is go on the internet and find me a deadbolt to put back into that one. Well, at least I've got the hardest part done. All right, signing off. Joe Finley, Cheat Lake, Saturday, December 17th. Yeah, getting closer to Christmas vacation. Next Wednesday is my last day for the year. Don't have to go back till the 3rd of January of 2018. Signing off, Joe Finley.